The following podcast contains adult language, profound stupidity, hardcore nudity, and drug references. Children should not be listening to it. Everybody else can fuck a buck or rock off.
Nailed it.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Plotty Time, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail with all the necessary and appropriate backlash. My name is Poppascotch, and with me, as always, is Chump Slap.
Speak into the microphone, squid brain.
And on the other end of the table is Dr. Syintist.
I like the Whopper. Fuck the Big Mac.
So, thank you. I don't know where that's from, but I don't want to go over it. It's a contest now. So we'll just move along. Dr. Syintist, what have you been getting yourself into this week?
Well, I mean, every day I play a little bit of Borderlands and get a Guardian rank or two. You wouldn't know anything about that.
Ooh.
And
How dare you?
Loser with a life.
He doesn't have a life. He just doesn't play video games. I played a little bit more of Birthday's the Beginning, and I started Prototype.
What was that? Birthday's beginning?
Birthday's the Beginning.
Oh, okay.
Did we talk about that? I think we mentioned
Yes,
it.
last week.
Sounds familiar.
And I started Prototype to play that until Medieval comes out.
The original Prototype?
Yeah. Alex Mercer killing a lot of people.
Right. You mentioned you bought like the PS4 pack
Yeah.
a while back.
Is it upgraded?
I mean, I don't remember what it looked like before, but it looks pretty decent. I realize now why it pretty much sucked. Combat was terrible in it. Your run and your dodge are the same button, so you can't be running and dodge something, and you can't dodge into running away.
That makes sense.
It seems like poor design, but what do we know, right?
Yeah, I never made a video game.
And like the lock on, you have to hold down. You can't just lock onto something and let go of the button, so it's annoying. But otherwise, it's still all right. Get to run over a bunch of humans and tanks.
Nice.
Yeah, it's always fun.
Yeah.
See any new movies or anything?
I watched something on Amazon called Starfield or something. It was dumb. It was about some kind of like alien weed that grows on Earth, and these people go and
They smoke it.
yeah.
Why would you watch that?
I don't know. I was bored, and I was looking for something on Amazon to watch, and it was the first thing. I don't even know why it was recommended for me.
You know, I was thinking about Hulu, but someone just fixed their recommendation system. I think it was Hulu. But never mind, can't tie that to anything. Anyway, what else did you watch?
That's probably it.
Huh, wow.
What about you there, Chump Slap? What have you been playing, watching, doing? What's up?
I've been playing a little BL3.
Okay.
That's Borderlands for you non-gamers.
I like because it sounds like BLT.
Nice. Love me a good BLT.
Yeah. I watched so many movies. I watched Midsummer. You see that? You watch that yet?
Fuck yeah, I did.
I liked it. It made me feel like I was tripping, though. Like how the background just always is wavy and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, am I having a flashback or is that on the movie? So it made me uncomfortable. But
I think that was the point,
yeah,
to make you very uncomfortable.
that's why I liked it. But it was good. I watched. You guys ever see Pawn Shop Chronicles?
No.
It's a good movie. It's like 4 little stories all mixed up into this pawn shop. It's pretty good. You should check it out.
He runs an antique shop, and he helps people with their lives.
No,
Oh.
it's barely. It's like people buy stuff from it, and it's like, this is the story of the ring that this guy just bought.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You should check it out. I watched The Laundromat. You see that?
No.
Netflix movie about the Panama Papers.
Oh, I saw the trailer when it came out. I haven't seen it yet, but would you suggest it?
Yeah, I'd say it was
Would
good.
you suggest it if you know the history of it?
Of the Panama Papers?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, it's still told in a interesting and good way. Good actors and shit.
But it's not a documentary. It's like a biopic, or not a biopic, but like a docudrama, I guess is the way.
It's dramatized, but it's based on true events, I guess. Type of thing.
Right.
And I watched Big Mouth, season 3.
Oh, such a great show.
Someone told me to watch it.
Probably an asshole.
Someone who's probably fucking awesome.
Some cool guy.
Really cool guy. He's like the coolest ever.
Yeah, it was good. It was funny as hell.
Just the song about Florida. I mean, that did it for me.
That was good.
I believe one of the lines is, and I don't want to go over the whole bit, but they say, if you can catch it, you can fuck it.
Down in Florida.
Yeah, that was pretty fantastic.
Yeah. But that's all I have written down. I can't remember any of the other shit I watched.
I really want to get into the Ghostbusters remake that came out.
What?
For PS4. Like the Ghostbusters game that came out for PS3, they remade it, redid it. They released it for PS4.
Oh, nice.
Like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
We did talk about this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I forgot about it instantly.
I usually block it out right away.
Yeah, what'd you do this week, huh?
This is the time we start zoning out.
Played a little bit of Borderlands 3, got to level 31, almost 32, not bragging.
How far are you in the story?
I just got to a boss I couldn't beat, so now I have to go back and do side missions till I don't suck.
Which boss?
Oh, boy. He's some kind... It's the guy guarding the vault who, like, tilts the earth when you're fighting him.
Oh, Grave Ward.
There it is.
That's like the easiest boss in the game.
Well, fuck you. It's hard for me, all right?
Just stay in the little hole.
Yeah.
Nothing can hurt you.
Well, thanks for the advice. Dicks.
If you want help, I could jump in your game.
Yeah, not to brag. I'm pretty good,
We'll
though.
see. We'll see how it goes. Fuck you. We'll see how it goes. Other than that, I didn't play anything else. I played a little bit of NHL, but not much. And then...
How are the Rangers doing?
Not great. They started off really strong, and then they're like, oh, yeah, we're a bunch of kids that don't know how to play together. And then they proved it. I saw them live on Friday night when they came into town.
And they lost?
They lost big time, yes.
7-2?
No, I think it was 5-2 with an empty netter. But I was extremely hammered. So
obviously you were out of game. I mean,
yeah, I had a great time. We went out afterwards. I was too drunk to go back to work and pick up my car, so I had to just take a cab directly home and get my car the next day. Because that's what it's all about, kids, being responsible.
I am proud of you.
Why would you be responsible when you don't get any prison experience?
That's okay.
Yeah, that made sense.
So, kids, fuck up a little bit, get some prison under your belt.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just get a DUI.
No more than a month.
Yeah, no hard prison, just
in county somewhere.
40
yeah,
hours.
get some jail time, not prison time.
There you go.
But other than that, what else I do? I went to a movie marathon last night at the Alamo Draft House. They did their annual Dismember the Alamo event.
So what'd you watch?
Well, basically the shtick is you don't know what the films are until they start rolling.
Well, that sounds shitty.
Well, the spirit of it is to watch a bunch of terrible horror movies and laugh at them.
That sounds like a fun time.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. We watched Slumber Party Massacre 2,
Okay.
which was one of the most ridiculous films I've ever seen. We watched Demons, the Dario Argento one, which came out in like the 80s with the haunted demon-filled movie theater.
No, don't know.
That was a good time. Two other ones. What else
Could the
did I
demons
watch?
leave the movie theater?
Yes, and they do get out, and they're demons,
Spoiler.
but yeah, spoiler for a movie that's 33 years old, 33 years old
Jesus.
now. But there were two other movies I'm having trouble remembering what the hell they were.
Last Action Hero?
Oh, Spider Baby from the 60s, that was up there. That was pretty good.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
And one other one I don't remember. It was a weird, like, indie film that was... it was Hack-O-Lantern. That's right.
Hack-O-Lantern?
Hack-O-Lantern.
I don't know about that one.
Dude, it was about, basically, the short story is about a family whose... The grandfather of the family is a Satan worshiper, and he tries to indoctrinate... Yeah, the oldest son into the fold, and... The father of the family is really mad, and then the grandfather kills him immediately, and it's pretty fucked up. There's an incest vibe going on, too.
Sounds like your type of movie.
It was a little uncomfortable, but it was really funny. There's this guy, like, 6-8 seats next to me, whatever. He was pretty drunk.
Had an erection the whole time?
No, it didn't go that way. But the theater's quiet, like, after a lull in the laughter, because you're laughing at these movies. That's the fun of it. But, you just hear this guy lows, "Hey, this is weird, right?" Which everybody lost it at this guy because he was drunk and like a half a step behind. He's like, "Hey, this is weird, right?" Like, this isn't how people act, right?
Doesn't remind me of my family.
This is a good time, and they're doing one in the other Alamo next week. I might take a visit down there and do it again next week. No, not the Alamo.
Oh.
The one in Woodbridge, which is 20-some miles away from me.
Whoa, name dropper.
Well,
I know,
everyone's
right?
going to be able to find out where you live now.
I don't think anyone would give a shit.
I even don't.
But other than that, been catching up on some TV. Just catching up on, Bob's Burgers and...
They're still making new ones?
Yeah, they're still going. They're
Wow.
still going strong. What was the other show I was watching? Oh, the American Horror Story, the new season, 1984.
I heard good things about that one.
I think I'm 2 episodes in. It's good so far, but there's definitely something else going on here,
Yeah.
You get that vibe.
Well, like every American Horror Story.
Yeah, exactly. So, we'll see where it goes.
I haven't watched one since they did like the reality show one where they went in the house.
I couldn't get into any of them.
They're all right.
I mean, if you're down with the theme that they're doing that year, it's pretty great. But some of the years were definitely better than others. But yeah, that's about it. That's all I got into.
You guys see the new Sunnies yet?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
Are they out already?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like 4 weeks now.
Really? Okay. Jesus. I guess I got to catch up on that
You should
too.
play Borderlands first.
Well,
Do
I'm
both.
trying. I'm trying, buddy.
It's only so many hours
What's
in
your
a day.
level goal for this week?
Oh boy. I don't know because I'm going to be out of town Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
That leaves Monday and Sunday. Or Saturday.
Well, Monday I have a hockey game.
Yep.
Saturday and Sunday they're so far away it doesn't matter, but I don't think I have anything planned. We'll see. I did also score tickets for Nate Bargatze's coming into town. I don't know if you guys heard of him.
Sounds made up.
No, dude, I
familiar.
can't get that creative with made up names.
Yeah, seriously.
Mine would be like Bobby Punch a Bunch or some bullshit like that.
Bobby Punch Bunch.
He's a good guy.
Joey Jojo.
Come back, Joey Jojo. Man, what a show. But he's a stand-up comedian. He's really great. He's coming into town. Can't wait for that.
And you got tickets.
Busy November. Yeah. By tickets, I mean a ticket for me to go by myself.
Ooh, that's the only way to go.
It really is. I just don't understand these people that are like, yo, do you want to go to a movie? I'm like, not really. You can just go by yourself. Like, no, I can't, man.
Dude,
I'm not going to go by myself.
going to things by yourself is the greatest thing in the world.
It's like I can't give myself a hand job. Come on.
Yeah. Does that work? Or
If you put a hole in the bottom of the popcorn bucket.
Yeah, I'm
Awesome.
always jerking off with popcorn.
Yeah. More salt.
more so? That sounds awful.
A little bit more butter.
There you
Need
go.
some lube.
Good gosh. Jacking off with popcorn butter. Am I right, guys?
Right.
Am I right? Oh, classic. New video game news, I really got nothing. There was some business going on in Fortnite I don't give a shit about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys
No.
have? They went to a new season or something?
Yeah, it's a whole new map, apparently. And there's that's a whole new map. That's all I know.
The way you say that is you're implying that there was only one map before.
Yeah, there's one map you drop into. Everyone drops in. It's Battle Royale,
Right, but so there's not multiple maps? There's just...
It's still in beta, man.
No.
It's still in beta. You're
Yeah,
right.
True. Maybe it's not now. Maybe that's the news.
Who knows?
Yeah, there's one big map, and then that's it.
All right.
Didn't EGX happen this weekend too? There should be some
What the
news.
fuck's EGX? Electronic Gaming Expo?
Yeah, in Europe.
I'm good at this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pretty much crushed it there, Chump Slap. Attaboy.
But I think there was a release date for the new Final Fantasy. I mean, I'm not going to play it, but
New?
well, Final Fantasy 7 remake.
Oh, they've been talking about that for
Yeah.
fucking 5 years.
I think it comes out in March now.
They pushed it back to the PlayStation 5.
Did they really? I have no idea.
No.
I'm making shit up.
I think it's supposed to come out in March. PlayStation 5's in December next year.
Well, so do they have release date calendar timelines for remakes and new games? Are they doing them in tandem here? Because there seems to be a remake of a Final Fantasy game every 2 weeks.
That's because people will buy them. They do remake them all the time, but
Yeah, I think they stopped making new ones after.
15.
Yeah.
That was last year.
Yeah, that's what I meant. After last year, they stopped.
But all right. So any other video game news? Oh, the Borderlands news. That's right. We were talking about that. How they nerfed a whole shitload of legendary
I
guns.
wouldn't call it a shitload.
It's pretty many.
They like took Torg stickiness down or something, and I don't know. They kind of tried to level the playing field on all the legendaries.
Yeah, trying to fix broken shit.
Yeah, make the really shitty guns no one uses a little bit better, like the Maggie.
It's a fucking awesome gun. Fuck you.
I got a bitch today.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, it's not very good. It's
No.
radiation too. I need to find a good shield. They don't have any good shields. All right, go ahead.
I like the stopgap.
No, go ahead. I was just saying that. I was just thinking that always there's so many people who bitch when they change any stats whatsoever.
Because I have to
With
be the
any
best,
of the
and I have
guns.
to be able to run through everything and not play.
Well,
Right, like one shot kill every boss because I used some kind of
Build.
exponential exploit.
Yeah.
yeah.
And some build someone else on the internet made that I copied.
Yeah, exactly.
Or when there's one that's just so obvious, like the fucking crit build for
Oh, yeah.
flak.
I did get a front loader shield that lowers your health and raises your shields, and then
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
I got a artifact that does the same thing.
For luck.
No, it like lowers your health and increases your shields.
I don't even have the ability to equip an artifact yet.
Yeah, you have to be Grave Ward.
And that'll
Oh, is that where I get it finally?
I think so.
Well, it's about goddamn time.
That's
Yeah,
the last thing you
right?
have to open, right? I think that's like Grave Ward.
I don't know. I don't fucking remember.
I don't remember either. It's so long ago.
I don't remember shit.
It was like a month ago. Fuck
yeah,
you
seriously,
guys.
it's only been out for
Well, I only got artifacts unlocked once.
Okay, well, how far am I from the end of the story?
pretty far. You got a couple more.
Really?
Sort of, yeah.
A couple more planets.
Just
Maybe.
one.
Would you say 60%, 70%, 8%?
They're like 60%. Have to be Grave Ward. You
No,
have to,
probably 70. Because
Yeah.
he's already level 31.
yeah,
So, what level were you guys at when the story was done?
50.
Yeah, if you do
Oh,
all
really?
the side missions and shit,
Yeah,
you
you'd
get
be
up.
at 50.
It's pretty easy.
And I got from like 42 to 50 trying to beat the Circles of Slaughter.
Yeah.
Oh, I am not looking forward to doing those.
I'll definitely help you with those because those are a pain in the ass.
Okay. Yeah, I know I'm taking, I have one more big work thing I got to do, and then after that, I'm taking like 5 days off
Nice.
and just chilling at home and doing literally jack shit, just as little as humanly possible. Oh, ho, ho.
Speaking of jack shit.
Yeah.
Speaking of jack shit, no, I was going to say this because it's coming up around the time, but the movie theater I just saw that event at last night, the Alamo, they are screening on Tuesday, November 19th, The Burbs.
Shit, I should come down.
That's your birthday.
You
That's my
goddamn right
birthday,
you should.
man.
Get down here.
Maybe I will.
I'll take off Tuesday. We'll go do it. It'll be dope.
All right. I don't like to make plans, so
Yeah.
just have that tentatively.
Especially like a month ahead of time. That's rough.
That's too much pressure. I'm already
Well, all right.
fucking
That's too
panicking.
much. Now I'm thinking about bailing. All right. Well, I will remind you. We'll try to work it out.
All right.
But
So,
yeah, I mean,
go ahead.
The Burbs on the big screen. Like, how can I not?
I know, right? That sounds like a fucking awesome time.
Especially when they put the sardines. Or
I hope
whatever
they
it is on
give
the
sardines
crackers.
and pretzels out. That'd be so cool.
Well, they do like menus for special events. Maybe there'll be a sardine dish if you're lucky.
Sardines and pretzels. That'd
It's a great appetizer.
make the whole place smell good.
There's no napkins. It's just newspapers. These fucking awesome. That'd be great. All right. So, no other video game news? Anything anyone wants to talk about?
No, why don't you just tell us about this week's game?
This game is a doozy.
You picked it.
I was thinking doozy too.
Yeah, I mean, I picked it, and I don't feel great about that because, well, we'll get to it. But this week, the game we are talking about is a sequel. It is called Syphon Filter 2.
If you don't know what happened in Syphon Filter 1, you can listen to our podcast on what happened.
That was like fucking
Absolutely.
6 months ago.
I know, but it's one of our more popular ones, so guess what? We're doing the sequel. That's how this works.
That's how we roll.
That's how Poppascotch rolls.
Yeah. I don't know why the game was so popular. But anyway, the quick rundown, it was released March 14th, year of our Lord 2000.
Nice save.
Yeah. 19th year of our Lord 2000.
Yeah. March 14th, 2000 was released for PlayStation 1, developed by Eidetic, and published by 989 Games. It's an action game, third-person shooter with some stealth elements, and written by John Garvin and Richard Hamm, who we already talked about them back when we did Syphon Filter 1, and they will be back when we inevitably do Syphon Filter 3. I know. Do you guys want me to give you a rundown, or does somebody else want to do a rundown? I mean,
You picked it. You give us the rundown.
Yeah, I don't know. The beginning of this video was so fucking confusing.
I know. It started right after the first one was over.
Yeah, and I don't remember
yeah,
any of that.
that's pretty much the quick rundown. We started immediately after the first game ends. In the end of the first game, there was a fight with Romer at a missile base in Kazakhstan.
Yeah, Romer's a terrorist.
Yes.
Romer's a terrorist. Okay, I'm not going to get too deep into asking questions about what happened. You fuckers can just go listen to the last episode. But
Yeah.
the main story being is that you killed Romer. The missile base blew up. Now that's been made public, and everyone's using it as like there was a radioactive nuclear weapon accident.
Yeah.
To keep everybody away, and the
We had to blow up
agency's
our own.
yeah, they're the agency who are we just supposed to assume? Did we ever come down on that's the CIA?
It's something American, but I think they're.
I thought they were calling the agency terrorists in this one. The news.
Well,
No, they're just the agency right now.
Okay.
yes, the agency disavowed our main character, Gabriel Logan and Leon Zing.
I think so.
Yeah,
Jing?
Jing.
Gabriel and Logan were agents from the agency, and they quote-unquote went rogue when they realized Romer was doing something terrible. There was a virus involved. The virus was called Syphon Filter. That's pretty much all you need to know as we walk into this game, the opening minutes of this game.
What does the virus do? Do we know?
Someone from that Fringe episode that they can make it attack any genetic one they want.
Oh, and
That's right.
liquefies their body or something, right?
Well, they could
Their
pick any
organs.
specific genetic trait and go kill those people.
Yeah, it murders the people.
Okay.
That's all. It doesn't make them like superheroes or...
So
Yeah.
it's like the virus from the new Fast and Furious movie.
Exactly. Exactly like that.
All right.
As we all know and have seen.
Yeah,
obviously.
right after they leave the MIT from their teaching jobs.
Oh, I didn't
in
talk
Final-
about that.
in Fast and Furious. But
Vin Diesel's character walks out of his TED Talk. Comes over to-
It's a good movie. Shut up.
Dude, I have not seen any of them since I think like 2.
I haven't seen
And
any.
everyone's like, dude, they got kind of fun again. You
Yeah,
know, like,
they're good. I mean, they're not good.
no. Hey, you know what? Sometimes you go to the theater and you just want to have a big, dumb fucking movie with explosions.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Sometimes you just want action. Doesn't need a story.
No. So, hey, maybe that's what I'll do on my vacation.
Yeah.
What'd you do? Oh, I slept in every day.
Watched
It was a
all the
complete
Fast and
piece of
Furious.
shit. Just a complete piece of shit.
Hey, that
Got under 500 steps every day. It was pretty impressive.
sounds like my days off.
Oh, I can't. Oh, guys, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Sleep
like 2
15
weeks
hours
out.
a day.
Yeah, just be a piece of shit. Be like, I'm tired. I think I'm tired because I slept too much.
Better sleep
Remember
some
those
more.
days?
Maybe you should sleep it off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. All right, well, let's get into this.
Yeah, so how does this game start? You're flying away from Kazakhstan?
Yes, you have something on your. Well, actually, here's a question. You link up with another agent that's also like Logan and Leanne, and her name's Teresa. Was she in the first game? Because I don't remember her being in the first game.
I don't remember either, actually.
I don't remember shit about
But
the
I
first
think
game.
after you blow it up, you go to meet her. So I
Yes,
probably,
she is in Colorado somewhere.
Yeah. So I'm guessing she wasn't in the first game.
No, probably not. Maybe on one call or something, but I doubt it.
But the way they're talking is that they're all like buddies who've been in the first game together.
They've been through war together.
Yeah,
Right.
they're besties.
Besties. BFS. But, so you're flying, you are playing as Logan, you're flying on a plane, a C-130, as they mentioned several times,
That
and then
matters.
it gets, it's a large-ass plane that, for some reason, everybody's wearing T-shirts in the game, I don't know why. It's, everybody except Logan's wearing a T-shirt in the plane, 30,000 feet above this,
Colorado Rockies.
yeah.
It's easy to animate.
Yeah, probably.
And they all looked exactly the same, so I get what you're saying there. Also, as you're escaping, trying to get away, the agency came on site to the Kazakhstani?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
That sounds right. Missile silo from the previous game, and they captured Leon. So they take her alive, and now the point is to go get Logan so they can basically shut him up.
Yeah. So they scramble some jets to shoot down the plane he's flying in.
Yep, and they blow him up over Colorado.
Was the plane from Kazakhstan to Colorado?
I
Just
assume
one
so.
straight flight.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's a long one, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't like, hey, we're gonna spend a couple hours in Germany real quick, and then we're gonna head back out.
We got
No, they're what are they transferring? They're transferring the some kind of data.
Yeah, you
just discs.
at
it
the end of the
says,
first
right?
game, you analyze, you take data discs from the computers.
Right.
So you have evidence, I guess, of what's going on.
And then I think right after this we see I don't even know what to call this, like a action trailer for the rest of the game that's coming up. I was very confused about the tone of this game.
Oh yeah, like the action scenes where it's just a guy jumping around shooting.
Yeah, he's
shit.
like
Yeah.
he's like doing ninja rolls and firing off like to like
yeah.
Dude,
bad techno.
pre
Well,
9/11
or just
games,
techno.
this was awesome.
I have written down on my notes white knuckle action thrill ride.
Perfectly summed it
Like
up.
something someone from the 90s would have wrote on some ad copy. That's what this game is.
Yes.
But it's like it tries to be super serious, the game, and it feels like the rest of the it feels like the writing department is like, okay, we're doing this super serious, and then the animation department and the gameplay and the writers are like, yeah, we're not gonna do it that serious, right?
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be a little ridiculous, right?
It's got to be a little ridiculous, or else it's not fun. And it's not fun.
No, comes off pretty stupid. But anyway, so they crash land in the Rockies, and they get into a bunch of fighting. Oh, there was a great moment where they're on the plane and it's exploding, and Logan's like, "Everybody, get off the plane! No time to grab the discs." So they're like, "Oh shit, okay," and they start like getting up. And he's like, "Hey, you, Chance, grab the C4." It's like, oh, so you had time to grab the C4, but not the data disc, which is the whole reason you're alive right now.
Well, maybe the data discs are on the other side of the plane. And the
Yeah.
C4 is right by the
They're
door.
locked in the cargo hold.
Maybe. That certainly makes sense, but it was just weird to juxtapose. We don't have time to do this. Hey, grab that.
Yeah. But then, we got to get those because that's all that matters.
Yeah. Got to run through the
Right.
Rockies.
Yeah. I thought it was silly.
You thought that, yeah, there's a lot of silly in this game.
What's the guy's name? Chance?
Yeah. Chance.
The rapper?
Jason Chance.
Oh.
Now that's made up.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad names in this. And I wrote all of them down, and I don't feel good about it.
I have Kowalski written down here. At this point. Was there a Kowalski?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, all of the 6 or 7 or 8 soldiers that landed with Logan,
Yeah.
they all had names. Like there's the one guy that got caved in,
yeah.
and he's like, "Asselman, answer me." And then Logan's basically like, "Fuck him, he's dead. Let's go. He could still be alive under." No, fuck him.
No,
We're
fuck
done.
it. We don't have time. We need these discs. They're so
Yep.
important.
Yeah, that hero Logan. Let me tell you what.
He's a very bad voice actor.
Yeah, it was a little rough. This is such a weird time in video games because they're going with their arcadey roots, but now are kind of aware that you can expand storytelling with these cutscenes, and this video game as a movie thing is going to get sloppy in this time frame.
Yeah.
Where maybe the ideas are there, the technology's not there yet, or all the technology's there, and the writer's like whoever they just hired off the street.
Hey, you.
Like it's a while before people start like getting it together.
I have a question here. How many people bailed from this plane? Because there's so many guys down there, all in this same
I assume
area.
all those guys.
Yeah, how many was it? Did anyone count? Do we got a head count?
8. I have it written down.
I remember at one point he says, "I got 6 men down," and there was still a couple alive.
Yeah, okay. But none of them could grab the discs.
No, when you run around for the first part of the game trying to find the discs and Chance.
Yes. Gotta find Chance.
Were you finding him because you actually liked him, or did he have something you needed?
I think he was like your...
Second in command.
Yeah.
But anyway, they start heading down the mountain. They find the data discs eventually. I guess the bad guy... All right, there's like a corporate structure tier of bad guys in this game?
Or military structure.
Yes, but...
Well, you're labeled as terrorists for this, so the military's trying to hunt you down. For the
right,
agency.
but all of them are deferred. Like, everything I read, I thought it was funny that they, like, the guy that comes after you on the mountain is Stephen Archer, and they're like, "This is Stephen Archer. He reports to this guy."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like he's a lieutenant and he reports to the colonel, whomever. It's just, "This is Steve. He reports to Dylan." It's like, why did you write it like that?
I have Stephen Archer written down as brown noser from Guatemala.
Classic.
Oh, boy.
Is this where there's a helicopter that shoots you and
Yeah.
then the scene ends?
I have Logan versus helicopter. That's all I have.
Yeah, and then the scene ends. You're like, okay, Logan's dead. Oh, no, he's not.
Yeah, when you get shot off a mountain by a helicopter.
Yeah, that's not the first time he dies or is made to look like he dies.
Whoa, spoiler.
Spoiler for a 19-year-old game.
And then after that blows up, it cuts to the dark and secret room of the agency planning office.
Yeah, this part I was so fucking confused. And then it's like, I wrote down, shadow guy gets other guy killed.
Yeah, they kind of just kill somebody for the fuck of it.
Yeah, there's so much exposition of just what's going on. Like, to the point where you're like, I can't follow this. There's too many names. Like, they expect you to know the ins and outs of the first game.
Yeah.
Which we should have because we did it, but...
If anyone did, we would have. I remember this is where we get it reintroduced to our...
From R&R.
Marinara bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, she... Remember the first game when he's like, all right, she's knocked out. But, like, right before that, you blew her head off and there's blood everywhere?
Yeah.
And she got up and escaped from that?
Yeah, she's perfectly fine now.
Yeah. She's a marinara bomb.
Yeah.
See, that wasn't blood. That was marinara.
Yeah.
Oh, she just keeps it on her.
Where do you think she got the name?
But yeah, it's like the agency director and her, and they're just having some kind of shady talk about phase 2 of their plans. I'm guessing because phase 1 went not how they planned it, I guess. I don't know.
Right, it's like phase 1 failed, and they're like, don't worry about this. We have, like, so many other plans. This isn't even a big deal.
We're going to sell it to some Chinese guy.
Yeah, which Stevens, by the way, is the new leader of the agency, the new director, I should say.
Oh, yes.
So it's Aramov working with Stevens to deliver the virus to Shai Hao, who is I don't want to say rogue general.
Yeah, he's a rogue general.
Okay.
Is he?
Yeah.
The rogue and there's a lot of people in this scene, and I don't appreciate it.
No, you can't tell them apart, and they all sound the same.
Yeah.
And they keep saying, the thing that really got to me more than anything else was they kept saying Colorado.
They wanted to say rad.
Yeah, they like 6 different voice actors in succession said it, and I'm like, okay.
And what are they doing? Extracting plasma?
From people.
From infected people?
Yeah. People who were infected with it in the first game.
To try to get it again?
I guess.
Because there's no... I don't know.
I'm not a virologist.
Yeah, obviously.
I'm a pathologist. That fucking guy. We'll get to him. Don't you worry. But yeah, apparently there were 2 people who had the virus and could still survive. And one of them was Fagin and one of them's Leanne. So Fagin was not killed at the end of the first game. He's on like life support.
Well, he's kind of dead, but
he's pretty much dead. He's kept alive by machines.
He's a vegetable.
Yeah, and they're extracting all his plasma, which will kill him. But
right, and then they do.
Yeah.
They just turn off the machine. They're like, well, we got all his stuff. We got everything we can get out of him, and we can't leave any loose ends, so we'll just murder him. And then they need to get the plasma from Leanne. That's why they want her alive and give a shit who she is, because she has the virus and is still able to fight it enough to be a playable character.
Yeah, although she coughs a lot during the whole game.
Yeah, really fake coughs. I'm like, are you really infected?
Yeah.
Just fucking for the pity card.
Is this where there's some random guy who's just like working there and he's like, I know who you are. I'll let you out.
Leanne.
Oh, no, but we got to talk about that guy at some point.
Yeah, because after they have the shady meeting, it cuts to the base that they're holding Leanne and Fagin in, and Leanne wakes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, then she kind of wanders around and gets uniforms and stuff and hides out and contacts Teresa, and then that's where she runs into the guy.
And then he just lets her out. He's like, yeah.
I don't like what they're doing here.
Now, that guy was an airman. He was like part of the armed forces at some point, but he was basically like, yeah, man, these guys came in. It feels really sketchy, so I'm going to obey all my orders I swore to protect, and I'm just going to help you get out of here.
Yeah. They're like, fuck.
Like, I mean, it was great for Leanne, and, ultimately that's a good dude, but given what he would have known the situation, he alarmingly quickly disobeyed or went against his country, like, immediately.
Yeah. For being an army guy?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You think they'd just be like, you know what? I'm just going to put you back in the cell. I'm going to let somebody else deal with this.
Well, you might not remember, but from Fringe when she ends up in the other world and the Broyles there breaks her out, that's kind of what it reminded me of. Because he felt bad that they were going to kill her, and he wanted to try and save her.
So what you're saying is Fringe
stole it.
No, they
Stole
definitely
this.
stole this from Fringe. But
Gotcha. You're right. That's what I
From the
tried to say.
future.
I'm sorry.
I don't know when French came.
2005?
But sometimes in stories, there's a guy who just doesn't want to kill somebody for the fuck of it.
He didn't have to, though. He could just be like, just go back in your
They
cage.
were going to take all her plasma. It's going to kill her.
She has too much of it anyway.
Yeah, you got to bleed some of it out. Otherwise, you'll blow up. That's science.
Yeah.
Scientists. I shouldn't have to be telling
That's
this
how
to
this
you.
virus works. Everyone knows that.
It's hard talking to you non-scientists.
That's why you hate us, huh?
It's not the only reason.
Yeah, obviously.
Fair. But so Leanne is also in this game. I don't think Leanne was playable in the first one.
No,
I think
she
you were
wasn't.
all Gabriel Logan.
Yeah, correct.
And this one, you jump between the two.
Yeah. And you play as her.
And she's like, well, my adrenaline shot's wearing off, so I'm going to be bedridden in 5 minutes.
Yeah, she says that like twice. Like, how long does this adrenaline shot work?
Yeah. Or are you mistaken of how quickly this is wearing off?
Yeah.
And then she catches up to one of the guys who was going to bleed her dry and I guess shoots him in the leg until he tells her what they're going to do, what their plans are for the...
Yes, that was the guy by the name of Holman.
Oh,
And I don't know if you caught it here, but Holman and Leanne had gone through, like, basically boot camp together.
Yeah.
So they knew each other from there. But also, I did want to point out, and I thought you guys would have some thoughts on this, is the difference in interrogation techniques between the first game and this one.
I don't remember the first one.
Yeah, I don't remember the interrogation. It was a lot of, I'll shoot you.
Okay. Yes, it is pointing a gun at someone's face and saying, I will shoot you. They're like, I'm not fucking telling. Then you say, no, serious, I'll shoot you. Okay, here's all the information.
Okay.
Yeah, she actually shoots him.
Yeah, she shoots him very quickly.
Yeah.
She has to show that she means business because her adrenaline's wearing off.
And he kind of spills the beans on what their plans are. So she steals a helicopter to...
Oh, we're just going to go right past this part where they go back to Logan and Chance.
I think it was after they stole the helicopter. It cuts back to her.
Wait, what part with Logan and Chance? Tell me everything. We can jump around, guys. It's okay.
There's another part right before she gets Holman's info, where it goes back to Logan and Chance, and I'm like, what the fuck? How's Logan still alive? But then he's like, go grab this ammo while I hold him off. And then you run in, and it's like, there's snipers everywhere, and you just shoot them with like a fucking handgun really easily because they're like 15 feet away from you.
Yeah, and you have to disable a bunch of bombs on a bridge, and then they blow up the bridge anyway.
Oh, yeah.
That moment.
Bridge with you on it.
Yeah.
Which is another time you should have died.
Well, I think you get saved by the helicopter that Leanne's flying, or Teresa's flying.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
She picks you up.
Whatever.
And then they meet up with Leanne.
Now, also, I have an honest question and I don't know why this happened, but when you're playing as Leanne, you're still speaking to Teresa. Like, Teresa's trying to walk you through basically escaping from that facility.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're Logan, you're also speaking to Teresa.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, each side will give them updates on the other person. It's like, bitch, why don't these two just talk to each other? Why are we using Teresa as the middleman for these people's
Because
conversation?
I don't know if you remember 2000, but there wasn't really
Yeah, they don't all
three-way talking.
They don't all have Nextel radios.
Okay. I'm not up to date on my RF communication
Yeah.
standards from 2000.
This is before cell phones were super prevalent.
Yeah, so they get all the information and they meet all up, and their plan is to go to New York to some kind of expo. I don't know.
Yes, the Farmcom Expo, because Farcom was the evil company in the first game.
Yes.
And why are they having an expo with ancient Chinese?
I don't know.
Dude, that was exactly where I was going to go with this. He's like, I'm in the China exhibit. What fucking exhibit? It's an expo center. It's a bunch of big-ass empty rooms.
From a pharmacy company.
Right.
The fuck?
It's like, well, this is where the company started in the 14th century in China. No, it's not. That's not how this works.
Yeah, I didn't understand that at all.
And then somehow during this Chinese expo, they figure out they don't have all the data they need.
Well, because they're trying to unencrypt it
Yeah.
or decrypt it.
And that-
I don't know what the word is.
Yeah. One of those. So they
No, decrypt is correct.
and then so they come up. Well, I guess they end up at the conclusion that Yuri Gregorov has the other half of the data they need.
Yeah. How
Right,
how did they
right.
get to New York?
They're both flying helicopters. I don't know.
But I'm just saying, if the whole army's after them and shit, whatever.
Did you ever see Mission Impossible and Mission Impossible 2? Because it's basically these games.
They got new faces?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Figured.
And they just rip them off, and yeah, it was so cool.
That is the best.
So Leanne and Yuri end up talking to each other on the phone and agree to meet up in
At the
someplace.
expo center, right?
No, somewhere else.
Oh, Yuri. Okay, yeah. They want to meet in fucking Russia or something? Some
Yeah.
Russian club?
Yeah, some disco tech in Russia.
Oh boy, that club. Let me tell you what. I have some thoughts about that. But they also set up here that Leanne and Yuri were friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They know each other.
They go way back.
Were they friends? Was he in the first game? I thought he was.
Yes, he was. I'm pretty sure he was. Because he showed up to steal the data they talk about, so I assume it happened in the first game.
Right, and he is the head of the SVR, which I guess is the video games version of the KGB.
Yeah, Soviet
Villain.
That's what I got.
Redux.
Yeah, there we go.
Perfect.
Retox.
I think that's exactly what it is. Retox? That's even better.
It's opposite of detox.
It's like when you're not Soviet enough, we're gonna fill you up with Soviet to the point where you have a Soviet problem.
Yeah, you got it. You've been there.
Man, I'm so fucking smart sometimes.
I know, it's scary.
Crazy. Oh Christ! But are we at the Expo Center? Is that where we are in
Yeah.
the story?
Let's go there.
Well, yeah, if they leave the expo center and go to the disco.
Well, after they disarm all the bombs.
Yeah.
Right. Now I'm back. Okay, this is where I am in my
Okay,
notes.
Yeah, here we go.
And then you get to the discotheque, and Marinara Bomb's there. And she starts shooting the place up, and everybody scatters. After a cool cutscene of FMV discotheque.
Dude, that was so long. It was so
It
long.
was unnecessarily long,
I
yes.
think I dozed off for a second at that part.
You could have fell asleep for 10 minutes and not missed anything.
Yeah, and I think also I can't say this for certain, but Yuri's accent completely changed at this point.
I believe it.
Is there? Yeah, you guys probably don't remember it, but you're like, yeah, of course it does. This is Syphon Filter too.
Yeah, because I think Leon had a accent in the beginning of the game, and then it just disappears at this point too.
Well, yeah, Leanne chases Yuri and then finds out it's just an imposter Yuri, and the real Yuri's in prison somewhere.
Oh, well,
Ooh, maybe that was their
Yeah,
way
that's
of
the way-
being like,
yeah.
ooh, do we want to give them that much credit?
No.
Yeah.
No. We're split 50-50.
Whoa. All right.
You're the tiebreaker there, Poppascotch. You tell us.
I think he thinks no.
No, I'm going to go yes.
Ah, damn. All right.
Give him the benefit of the doubt.
But I just want to say, in this scene when you're running around the streets shooting people, you shoot a guy, He falls off the roof, hits a car, and the car explodes.
I didn't see
Yeah, it's
that.
fucking awesome.
I was like, damn. Fucking
When she's chasing the fake Gregor off.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
I didn't catch that.
Russian cars are fucking weird.
They have the gas tank on the hood of the car. You guys don't know about this?
Makes sense.
Well, it's it's the Russian engineers. It has to be different than America, obviously.
America did it wrong.
But that's where we find out after we realize it's an impostor that the real Yuri is in a gulag where Leanne was in the first game.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just Algier prison, I think they call it.
Yep.
That does not matter.
No,
No.
it does not.
But,
Something.
apparently, he uncovered the plot to sell the virus to Shihao, and Marinara Bomb basically caught him and threw him in prison.
Yeah. And they're gonna execute him.
Yeah, and she's like, "No, we gotta stop the execution and get the." Wait,
Yeah, Leanne stops the execution and saves him.
yeah, but does he have the discs?
Yeah, he gives them the discs.
The fake one has the discs.
I thought they have to go to him to get the stuff because they break him out of prison and then he gives them the things and he says he's going to take care of Zhihao
Oh, okay.
and they can do what they need with that.
Yes.
Does he take care of Shihao at some point?
I don't think they tell us that. We're gonna have to. Wait
Yeah,
for
I
the
don't
third
think
one.
anything happens, right?
He just
like,
says
that's
he's
just,
gonna.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll take care of that guy, and then that's the end of those two in this story.
Well, when you get to Syphon Filter, Yuri Gregorov's story,
Is that
that's
the
what
third
I
one?
it's a spin-off.
Ooh.
Syphon Filter 3 is just the entire story, but you just play as Gregorov. It's like a Back to the Future 2.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Which is just 60% of it's just you sitting in that nightclub.
And then stuck in the gulag.
No, that's not the real one, dude.
Oh no, but
that's where the
real-
game twists though, because you play as the fake one for a while,
Oh shit.
and then when you die, you're like, oh wait, this isn't the real Gregorov, and you're like, what?
989 Studios, call us for real. We got some ideas.
After they save Gregorov, Leanne gets really sick and collapses, and
Yeah, convenient that she just saved him.
yeah,
Which takes us to our possibly the best character in the whole game, Mujari, who is a freelance pathologist.
Oh yes, okay.
That doesn't exist.
You sure?
There's no.
I'm sure.
Yes,
It sounds like a black market kind of job.
Yeah.
When I heard freelance pathologist, I'm like, what? You do like contract work for like every once in a while? Like that's not how this goes.
True.
Has anyone ever come up to you and been like, hey, we're cranking out some good numbers, but what we could really use is like a freelance pathologist, someone on the outside, bring him in.
I just figured he did like illegal pathology work for people.
You just made viruses
building
and stuff.
biological weapons.
I guess.
Maybe, but why is he maybe I'm just getting too hung up on this.
Maybe. Maybe he just does that as a fucking hobby. It's not his real job. That's why he calls it freelance.
What, like in his real life, he's like a carpenter?
Yeah.
He just reads about viruses on the
He
side.
works
a
at
couple-
Chipotle.
Yeah. Took a couple of Phoenix Online courses.
He's not really a pathologist. He just calls himself that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I thought you studied pathology. I did. I read so many books. Like, so many.
I played the first Syphon Filter.
That'd be awesome.
But yeah, they go to his, I guess it's a safe house because Teresa knows him.
Yes.
Yeah,
like
apparently
a
they go way back.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's had him do some pathology work for her.
Yeah. Yeah. In the
Yeah,
past.
exactly. We used to contract out this guy. He seems cool. He's old. He's dope.
And then they decide to trade the data disk that they worked so hard to get for the vaccine to cure Leanne.
Yeah. That's all they wanted was
Yeah.
to cure Leon, right? From the beginning?
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
With possibly one of the best phone calls, negotiation phone
I'll come
calls that
there.
have ever been in a video game.
It is pretty nice.
Let's talk about it. I don't remember it.
He's like, well, I'll tell you where we'll meet. The guy, Stevens, of the guy who runs the agency. He's like, no, I'll just meet you at, and he says someplace. I don't remember where it is. I don't know where that is. Yeah, you do. You're there right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, well, you're actually in that base right now. Hooah!
Oh, shit.
Like, he's just, Logan's like getting off on dropping bombs on how much he knows. Like, how old are you? Come on.
Yeah, I'm the best agent you had, and you don't think I know this shit?
And then he gets off the phone and he's like, well, I know that's a trap, but it's the only way I can get into the facility.
I need a weapon.
Yeah, I
that
need a
they
weapon
can't find.
Yeah. How about this exploding tooth that leaks out toxic gas?
What you do? You take a deep breath, bite it, and breathe out.
Yes. Oh yeah, that was
Genius.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
so it was.
I know I'd do it and fucking breathe it right in.
Oh yeah,
You're like,
immediately.
you do it wrong, bite and then suck in.
He said bite and then take a deep breath, right?
Like how? How do you not kill yourself in that
Yeah,
zone?
I don't know.
Oh, great stuff. Great stuff. But now at this point, you're getting hunted down by pretty much every branch of government and the NYPD and SWAT.
Yeah, because you get to the thing and they knock you out and put you in a little cell when we go for the trade.
You get double crossed.
Yeah.
Even though you knew that was going to happen.
And that's when you use the tooth bomb and knock somebody out.
Kill them.
Yeah, kill them.
It's toxic.
And you break out of their super secret SWAT, and then the NYPD chase.
It's like, how many times have you seen someone use the pepper spray and the wind's not blowing the right way?
Yeah, right.
And it's like, oh, God, me too, God. And like 4 other people standing on the side are like, fuck. You think that breathing at somebody's... Okay, I'll stop.
No, he knows how to breathe.
Yeah,
he's an expert in directional breathing.
And you climb through a lot of duct work to get out of this building over and over again. I don't know if they showed that in the movie, but I remember seeing it in the speed run.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot. And then you eventually get to the person who has the
And you
vaccine.
get the vaccine, right?
Yeah.
You get to... who's that doctor? I have her name written down here somewhere.
I didn't listen to the name.
She was the one that's like... Oh, Dr. Elsa Weisinger.
Yeah,
yes.
I just wrote Gabe gets vaccine.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in the whole game, and she's just talking shit on literally all the bad guys. Like, wait, so you telling me you don't have Logan yet? Like, well, no, we're guys like, oh, you fucking idiot.
You guys suck. I'll get him.
Yeah, you had one job. And then, by the way, he walks right through her office, takes the vaccine, and she didn't do shit anyway. You know, whatever.
Yeah. How does...
The nerve of some people.
Wait, how does he get it?
The facility?
Yeah, doesn't he just talk her into it? Like,
Yeah.
he's like, look,
Yeah.
you're going to have to give me the vaccine.
Yeah. And then along the way, you save a SWAT officer, and then it gets to the end where you get to Stevens holding the same officer in a thing. He's like, give me the vaccine or I'll shoot her.
It's like, you're going to shoot her anyway.
And then he just shoots her.
Yeah, it's like, oh, there you go.
Give me the vaccine now.
Correct.
And
then, like, did Teresa blow something up here?
Well, yeah, you have the fight against Stevens, and after you kill him, she blows it up, and you get knocked into the
No. He's about to shoot you, and then she blows a hole in the ground, and you fall into the sewers. Like, right before he does, right? After he shoots the cop, he's like, oh, it looks like you're next.
So why didn't she just fire that thing at Stevens if the cop was already shot?
Because you had to go into the sewers. Yeah, that's right. Stevens is still alive there.
Yeah. Because, I don't know, like...
No, but you know what I mean, right? Like, why didn't... If you're going to have that explosion to blow up the ground so that Logan can fall into the sewer, which is extremely dangerous anyway, why wouldn't you just have directed that, like, 8 feet to the left and just killed Stevens?
Well...
Maybe you didn't have the angle? I don't know.
Especially because pretty soon after this, you kill Stevens anyway.
Well, maybe she only knew where he was. Maybe Gabe had
that was their planned escape route the whole time.
Yeah. Maybe Gabe had like a GPS and there he is. Blow up the ground underneath him. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm making up excuses for something stupid as shit.
Yeah, we should not be worried. We shouldn't be giving a shit about this nearly as much as we are. But overthinking stupid shit is kind of the point of this, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I would think.
But yeah, you eventually... Oh, soon after this, you get to Stevens and shoot him.
Yeah, then you go through the sewer, and it's like, well, can't go through that, because that's nasty sewer water. Gotta let it go first.
Yeah, and then you eventually get back to the helicopter, and Chance is standing there. And apparently he was a bad guy the whole time, and he's wearing body armor.
Yep.
Yeah, which...
And then he just shoots Teresa.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
And then Gabe acts like he knew the whole time.
He's like, I knew it.
Yeah.
That's how they knew where I was in Colorado.
And that's why you were always here, and that's why Leon got caught. And
yeah, that's why we told you what was going on.
Yeah.
Helped.
So you think I didn't know this? How else would they have known I was in Colorado?
And then I guess Chance is the end boss of the game.
Yeah, I hated Leon anyway. And from what I read on the wiki, apparently you shoot him with a shotgun and he gets pushed up into the blades and he gets decapitated by the helicopter.
Yeah, I assume there's some kind of...
You couldn't see that.
No.
It was really bad.
There was also a great moment with it was in the cutscene movie I saw. It was right before this, but the Gabe just says, "These guys are wearing full armor. I can't hit them." And then you just hear Teresa on the other side. "That's bad." Cut away.
That's it. Yeah.
I was like, "What? Thanks
That's
for the help."
Bad.
By the way,
Shoot him in the face.
And then you get out of there, I guess, after all the bad guys are dead, except Mara Narbomb. I think she's still alive.
She's still alive, yeah. Stevens is dead.
Chance is dead.
You pretty much just killed your way up the ranks.
Yeah. And you kind of exposed the agency's existence to the world.
Yeah. Oh, that's why the news calls them terrorists at that point, right?
Yeah. It's kind of like Black Widow when she outed Hydra.
Exactly like that.
yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
And then I guess Gabe cures Leanne of her Syphon Filter
Gives her vaccine.
infection. Yeah, gives her vaccine.
All right.
And then
Why did they ever give him the real vaccine? Why didn't they just give him something else?
because he was shot in the legs. I don't know. It wasn't the same person.
Okay. Interesting. Oh, yeah, it's Teresa that got killed.
But then, is that the game, or is there the post-credit sequence?
Well, yeah, they do. They go to like a funeral for Teresa.
What was the post-credit?
Haddon and Aramov are there, and they're talking to each other. And Mara's saying the U.S. administration is going to fail, and Haddon will be president.
Soon, yeah. And then he calls off a strike team that's going to kill Gabe. He has other plans for him, he says. And then it kind of just laughs and fades to black.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Ha ha ha, I have here. Don't kill Gabe. He's in our plans. Ha ha ha, fade to black.
All right. I faded to black before that happened, so.
Yeah, it's like Logan foiled you guys the first time, and then it's like, no, don't worry about it. We got a backup plan in case shit like this would happen. Everyone's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then that was this entire game, and they're like, oh, don't worry about it. We got plans for this guy. Like, do you? Really? Because he just kicked your ass twice.
Yes, but
Publicly.
we need him to
This
kick.
was what they're planning the whole time so Haddon could take control of the government in the United States.
Maybe, yeah, they just wanted to get rid of Stevens and his cronies.
Man, that's the long game right there. I don't know if...
Yeah, Marinara, she's playing 3D chess.
Yeah. And you're playing checkers.
You're playing tic-tac-toe.
Candyland.
Shoots and ladders.
Tic-tac-toe. Did you say that?
Yeah, jerk.
Damn!
All right, so that's it. That's the game. That's the whole story. We did it, guys. Congratulations.
Thank God.
Great job.
We've made it through worse.
Barely.
We have. Anybody have any final thoughts they want to talk about on this game? Any loose ends? I mean, I was pretty annoyed by all the names and the people and the one-dimensional characters.
Yeah, it was
But
a
it is-
frustrating video to
It
watch.
is year 2000.
Yeah. Oh, we've come a long way.
Yeah, I mean, it just... The different departments in this game didn't take this game... They weren't on the same page, I didn't think. Like, it either wasn't serious or it was too over-the-top and action-y and stupid.
I think a lot of it came from you expecting better graphics.
You think? No, well, I expected some
'Cause, I mean,
acting.
Even like Resident Evil was cartoony the way it was animated,
Sure.
Yeah.
even though it wasn't meant to be.
But I don't know, whoever did Gabe's voice was horrible. It was the most monotone
Bobcat
thing I've
Goldthwait.
ever heard.
I honestly thought it was
Oh.
Alec Baldwin for a lot.
I thought it was Ben Stein.
It could have been. Yeah, I mean,
I can't think of a funny guy to say anymore.
you know who I don't have a bad thing to say about? Leanne's voice actor. She was fine.
Yeah, she was all right.
She was good.
I mean-
Definitely a step up from the last game.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But it just felt like this game was just a reskin of the first one.
Well, I mean, it happened right after it.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost immediately, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole plane trip back from Kazakhstan.
I mean,
is
even
what
just
you
releasing
missed.
it wasn't Syphon Filter in 98 or 99.
I mean,
I don't know.
I could go back and look, but
I don't want you to.
90.
research is not the thing we do here.
Nope.
Nope.
If you want a
Definitely not.
well-researched video game analysis and breakdown, go
Pay us money.
go somewhere else.
Watch a video that we watched.
Don't do that because then they wouldn't listen to us.
Oh, you would. Because you'll be like, what the fuck did I just watch?
What the fuck did I just listen to?
Wow, look how the notes
I know. You
changed.
should see my Syphon Filter notes from.
Oh, it's so amazing.
It just has people's names on it, I think.
Yeah.
I had to read the wiki to understand what happened in the first game again because I couldn't tell what my notes said.
Nice.
Oh, well, how we've grown.
Man, I went the opposite way. My notes are way too detailed. It came out February 17th, 1999. So, dude, that was like 12, 14 month turnaround time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Especially in the 90s and early aughts.
Before 9/11.
Yes, pre 9/11. Yeah.
Things were different then, guys.
I know. Shit was so cool.
I know.
Are you saying 9/11 didn't change everything?
Yeah. We had to use MapQuest directions and print them out back then.
And I hope it didn't bring you the wrong way down a one-way street.
Yeah, right.
And then it kind of just got you in the neighborhood where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
So if you're out of town, you're like, fuck, which street is it? Did we miss a trip? I don't know where I am. Then you're like,
Yeah.
And then if you made a wrong turn, you couldn't find your way back. You had to go until you got up to the street you had before.
right.
Good times.
Yeah.
Shit was adventure-ish. Adventure-ish.
Yeah.
Adventure.
It was adventure-ish.
It was adventure-ish. Dude, I remember getting lost the one time and then having to go into the gas station to buy a map and then having to read that map to figure out where the fuck I was and how to get back.
Yeah. Remember when you used to have to actually interact with people when you got lost?
That was
Like,
terrible.
It was
ask for
awful.
directions?
Awful. And they were always shit directions.
Yeah.
Go down to the house that burned down 3 years ago and make a left at the field the kid died in 2 years ago. And then the Smith house is right there. You go past that.
And then the tree that burned down 6 years ago, and then
Yeah.
the farm that hasn't had good milking cows in 7 years.
You know Taylor's farm.
Right
Right there.
yes.
Yeah, right next to the house that got struck by lightning that time.
And the old mill.
Yeah,
All right.
obviously.
And then you're almost right there.
Can't miss it.
Then you can see it from anywhere. It's just on top of the hill. It's like,
But don't make a right. You'll end up on a one-way street.
You don't want to be there.
fucking white people. Anyway, so this fucking game.
Yeah, cut to the end.
Let's just roll into it. Let's do final thoughts. Would you play it? Would you score it? Did the story work for you? And let's start with you there, Chump Slap. You look like you're excited to talk about this.
Ooh, I can't wait to say no. I would not play this game.
Okay.
It was horrible. I didn't like the way it just like the shooting was just these green squares on people. I didn't understand that at all. Seemed silly. I don't know. It was bad acting. Well, obviously bad graphics, but that's not their fault. Story. What story? I didn't like it. It was bad. It was all around just a bad game. Nobody should play it. They should feel bad for even releasing this. I'm sorry.
Wow. Okay.
I gave it a 4.
Damn. 4, and for our listeners, that is out of 27, obviously, which is the metric we've chosen to.
We didn't choose it. It
It's
chose us.
it's the only real way to understand what the game is about.
Yeah, and that's 27 stars, not just the number 27.
Oh yeah. Let's not be silly.
And we go on 3 different kind of rating systems here. There's the Chump system and
yeah,
the
exactly.
Slap system,
Yes.
and the Scotch system, whatever.
It's pretty much exactly like they do American Idol. There's the one judge is very technical, the one who loves everybody but still a dick, and then the one that just loves everybody.
And minus all the calling in.
Yeah. We don't ask for your opinion, people.
All right, so the story didn't work for you. Got it. So what about you there,
No.
Dr. Scientist? Would you play it? Would you score it? Story work for you?
Would I play it? No, it's not the type of game I play. Story? I didn't think it was that bad. It was all right.
It's stupid.
It's kind of cliched for what it is. But at the time, maybe it wasn't. I don't remember. 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I thought it was nice that it was a continuation of the next one, the last one, I mean. And it's kind of some kind of huge conspiracy thing. It was all right. It kind of worked for me. I gave it a 7 out of 27.
Whoa.
It's about an average game.
Yeah, just doubled my score.
I didn't think it was as good as the first one, but it was a decent sequel.
Okay. That's pretty high for you for games that aren't great. But
Yeah.
anyway, I guess we'll just roll into me. So
Yeah. What would you score it? Would you play it? Did the story work for you?
thank you for that lead-in, Chump Slap. Appreciate that. I remember actually I did play this game. I know I did.
Oh, we didn't even go through that in the beginning. We usually do.
I remember playing it, and I remember getting excited for the release and playing it like after Syphon Filter 1 came out, like after I was done with Syphon Filter 1. And I remember playing it and being like, that was all right, but it was just more of the same, which was a problem.
Yeah, it seemed like they didn't try that hard.
Right, it just felt like they took the engine and all the enemy models and everything and just kind of cobbled together a story. Changed a couple levels a little bit and pumped it out real quick. But did the story work for me? I mean, I was just bored most of the time. The hour and 20-minute cutscene movie I watched felt like 7 hours.
Right.
So that's never a good sign.
But I mean, has there ever been a cutscene movie that you liked?
Yes. I don't remember what, but
I don't know if I'd say I like I wouldn't be sitting there on a Friday night like, ooh, let's watch something. Hey, how about a cutscene movie? No, that wouldn't happen, but there's definitely been ones that were like, even some of the 4-hour long ones we did back in the day, those still felt shorter than this.
We did a 4-hour one?
Yeah,
Maybe.
I think Bayonetta maybe.
That was like
well, like 2.5.
Yeah.
Maybe. There were other ones, but let's not get dig into the details of how I'm wrong. All right.
We all know Scotchy's wrong.
Yeah.
So,
Would you
would
play
I
it?
play it again? No, I wouldn't play it again, even though I could, because it's on my PlayStation Classic right now. It was sitting out there. I had all week to play it, and then I didn't do it.
Snap.
You didn't play Borderlands either, but
Did the story work? Like I said, I guess medium, sort of. Yes, it was annoying. There was a lot of names. It was poorly paced. So I guess no, the story didn't work for me. And I'm going to go ahead and I will score it a 6 out of 27.
Yep.
wow, is this the first game where I give it the highest score?
Probably.
Man, 17 out of 81.
It's very unscientist of you.
Yeah.
Sure you don't want to rescore it now that you know our scores.
No.
All right.
Well, I mean, 17 out of 81 is not good. That's not one of our higher games.
It's about average. For
Yeah,
us,
it's
I
not
presume.
horrible.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm unfairly shitting on any of these games.
No.
Like, I'm not just being negative to be negative. But
No.
there's something. We got someone's got to pick a good game for next week because we
Oh,
got too many
bad. It's my
stinkers in a
choice,
row.
And I already picked the shitty one.
Yeah, but at least Shadows of the Dam was fun. That was
Yeah,
a
it
fun one to
was.
go over. But I guess that's it. You want to go ahead and move on to our favorite segments of every week?
Yeah.
Poppascotch flounders for some stuff to say sketch.
That's not yet. Before that, we have our favorite segment of every week, which is Syintist Lock of the Week.
Flashback.
Nice. Every week, we ask Syintist for a 100% guaranteed gambling pick, and he to date has not gotten any of them wrong at all.
Not a single one.
Batting 1,000.
This week, Syintist, who do you got?
I do more research on these than I do the games.
I'm sure.
I got some Super Rugby action.
Ooh, Super
Ooh.
Rugby.
Yeah, Super Rugby League.
Rugby.
Take the Crusaders over the Bulls. Straight up win. Watch it because it's exciting. Rugby's a good sport to watch.
Where are the Crusaders out of?
New Zealand.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, the New Zealand Crusaders. You know what they're talking about.
Yeah, that's who I thought. I didn't know if you were talking about them or the Los Angeles Crusaders.
Los Angeles Crusaders don't play in the Super Rugby League.
Oh,
They play in the
an
Rugby
idiot.
Super League.
I'm so dumb.
So this is rugby. This isn't Australian rules football rugby.
Yes, it's rugby.
This is straight
Rugby,
up
rugby.
real rugby.
Real
yo.
rugby. Yeah.
Man's rugby. Okay, well you heard it here. Vote everything you have on the Crusaders.
Who are they playing?
The Bulls.
Go, the
Ooh.
Crusaders over the Bulls. I remember stuff you just said literally seconds ago. Crusaders over the Bulls. You're going to take everything you have. You're going to sell it. You're going to make all that money. You're going to sell that money and put it all in this game because it's a sure thing.
Sure is.
All right. Well, with that, we're going to move to our favorite segment of every week, which is Chump Slap's recommendation window.
Recommendation window.
Nice. Yeah. Thank you. Every week we ask Chump Slap for a recommendation on whatever topic usually comes to my head at this moment. And why would this week be any different?
I knew it.
What's
So-
your favorite Will Ferrell sketch?
No, that would be no. I'm gonna go with one with way more class than that.
Get off the damn shed.
That is the best one. It's by far the best one.
Chump Slap. This week, give these nice people a recommendation on the #1 breakfast cereal out there.
Oh, everyone's gonna hate this, but my favorite cereal, grape nuts.
Grape nuts.
Grape nuts, man.
Can you explain yourself?
Yeah, if you like eating cardboard and milk, it's what you eat.
It's hard cardboard. I don't know. I really don't understand why I like it. It's like
You won't know until you try.
it's like chewing sand, but it tastes good.
It's good for your teeth. Toughens them up.
Put a little maple syrup in there and it's fucking banging. You can eat it hot or cold. I don't know. I like it.
You mean like every other food on the planet?
No, I don't see anyone fucking microwaving Life cereal.
He's got you there, scientist.
Also a good cereal though.
He's
My
got
second
you on
favorite.
that one.
Life is up there. It's a really good cereal.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Wow, that's the most boring ass shit cereal we ever talked about. But grape nuts, you got at least one follower here.
That's also the most exciting cereal we've talked about.
I know grape nuts, man. It's like kitty litter.
Well, if there was anyone who had eaten grape nuts and they thought they were complete shit and they wanted to write an email to us explaining why it sucks,
Hold on,
where
let me
would
get my
they
pen and
send that?
paper.
Where would they send that, Dr. Chump Slap?
You could fucking put that right in a garbage, you piece of shit. But if you really want to debate it, send it to plottytime@gmail.com and I will respond. I'm batting 1,000 for that.
Yep, absolutely. And if, say, email was too difficult and they wanted to talk in emojis and broken words, where would they get to us quicker with that information there, Dr. Scientist?
Instagram and Twitter @PlottyTime. We probably won't get back to you there.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know. We'll see.
Sometime. Yeah.
We'll probably make some effort, right?
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Define effort. But
It's
yeah.
not on me, so it won't be guaranteed.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. That's how we're doing it? Gotcha. Okay.
I'm better than them.
All right, well, any
Why don't
last
you tell
words?
them where they can get the podcast from there, Poppascotch.
Well, we can tell everybody they can get it on Stitcher, iTunes, or Spotify. But I'd like to think if they gotten this far on the episode, they already know where to get it.
I know. I wanted to see what you'd say.
Well, you can rate us on it.
Yeah.
On whatever
Yeah,
you're
hop
listening.
back
Give us
in those
5
apps.
thumbs up or whatever it is.
I think it's 5 gooches is the method.
Oh, taints.
Yeah, 5 taints. 5
Taint.
gooch pinches. Little pinch there.
Ooh, a little gooch pinch.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, this got really stupid. So
Yeah, it did.
we'll talk to all you listeners next week. Later.
Peace.